Hey, I am super glad that you're here. I hope you're glad that you're here. The reason that we put tonight together was because from our vantage point, we were beginning to see that Central Florida and Orlando specifically was becoming this hotbed for social enterprise, and we were worried that people were missing that they were missing what was growing up right around them. And the worst part about missing that growing reality might be that you wouldn't be able to be a part of it. And so we wanted to start this conversation so that you might be able to see what was happening right next door to you. There is a lot of great work happening, and we've only heard a few of the stories from the room. Downtown Credo became a social enterprise, much like social enterprises right now, by accident. I like what Mark said about the creativity of finding what you need in order to accomplish your mission. So Downtown Credo's mission is to introduce people to a life of meaning, impact, and community. We feel like that no matter your level of affluence, you'll like your life better if you live it that way. So we have a credo that anchors everything that we do. It says that I refuse to merely exist. I will pursue a life of meaning and purpose, joy, and fulfillment. It says that the world is not yet as it ought to be, and neither is my city, and neither am I. But I reject apathy and despair, believing I can make an impact for good. And it says that I am not alone, and so I press in through self-sufficiency and strive to live in authentic community. It's this context of meaning, impact, and community, that no matter our level of affluence, if we start to live that way, we'll like our lives better. And so what we wanted to do in Orlando first was introduce people of all levels of affluence to this life of meaning, impact, and community. And pretty quickly, we fell into three divisions: coffee, rally, and conduit. Coffee was here, and the vision was with coffee was that it might be able to sustain or provide for the work of Downtown Credo while introducing people to a life of impact. I had learned just enough from global business classes in college to know that the coffee industry wasn't what it ought to be. And then I love drinking coffee, and so I'd go to the grocery store and I'd see the coffee that was there, and I'd remember the stories of workers picking coffee in the fields. And then I'd remember the stories of how fair trade didn't do everything that we'd hoped it would do, and I'd get cynical and believe it was a marketing ploy for a soft heart like me. And so I decided there's nothing I can do about the coffee industry, the great global problem of the coffee industry. I'd get apathetic and buy the coffee that was on sale. And I think when we make small choices like that say there's nothing I can do, and we make a choice for apathy, we'll like ourselves just a little bit less. And so Downtown Credo, the coffee shop, the coffee division, is trying to be one way to demonstrate to people there's no problem too big. Our world is not yet as it ought to be, but reject your tendency towards apathy and make an impact for good. Come in here, name your price. We go down once a year. We spend time with the growers. We buy coffee through relationship and pay them better than fair trade. And you can be a part of that with us. That's the coffee division. The conduit division is this recognition that a life of meaning, impact, and community will take creativity. It doesn't happen by accident. And so we do free Skillshare workshops like on a bi-monthly basis. Come and learn something new. Live with meaning and do the things that you love. We feature artists and musicians, trying to give them a forum to do the things that they love when they might not have that otherwise. That's our conduit division. And then our rally division partners with 4 existing charities and said, not just become a person of global impact, but impact your city here. Don't reinvent the wheel. You may not have to. There are people doing good work. We go to them and say, what are you not doing that you'd like to be doing? We pick 4 charities. And we've done everything from vegetable gardens to trash cleanups. We've taught kids sewing recently. We've done the basics of computer coding to 4th graders at the Jackson Center. We help with Get Fit Weeks every year. We do all kinds of stuff, trying to come alongside local nonprofits and then invite people to do it with us. But we just started this new program because I had seen that this was a reality, that Orlando was becoming a growing hub or a hotbed for social enterprise. And I realized, because I knew just enough of what was happening at the universities, and I'd heard just enough stories of people coming to the counter with ideas on how they might change a little corner of the world, that it would be a new opportunity for people to step into making an impact with their life. So we had found this model of the way that around the country people were forming groups to rethink the way that you jumpstart a new social enterprise, where you come alongside with unrestricted funds. If you're starting a nonprofit, you might have to get grants, and grants are tied to program outcomes, and it's very difficult. A business, you would have to prove profitability exclusively and come with large funds. But the opportunity with this social enterprise is to find a person, a passionate person. Those are not hard to find when you are the right kind of convener in a neighborhood. Passionate people are attracted to passionate people, and we're finding that passionate people come and find and ask and inquire. We have lots of passionate people around us. You need a passionate person and you need a good idea. But then those can falter. If you can surround them with resources and mentorship, what is happening around the country is groups of people are coming alongside passionate people with good ideas. They're coming alongside them with resources and mentorship, and they're seeing success in starting new organizations that are solving real problems. And I thought we have an opportunity in Central Florida to do that right now. Now's the opportunity to do that with just social enterprises. So I said, let's have an evening and talk about social enterprise. And we're defining it as an organization that exists to solve a real social, economic, or environmental problem, but has an earned income stream in its business model. And we're convening a group of people. We've got our initial 7 or 8 now of rally makers that are committed to come alongside new social enterprises and support them with finances and mentorship to get them up and started. I'm very excited. I hope you all pay attention. As we move towards the fall, you'll start to hear about opportunities to apply to be one of the first organizations to partner with the rally makers. And they'll come alongside you with funds and mentorship, the best ideas. Each rally maker decides to make a gift into a fund that Downtown Credo manages, and then they agree to be available to mentor if the opportunity presents itself. We've identified 10 key areas of success for building capacity in new social enterprises. We find out the areas where those are weak. We administer like a self-evaluation tool to the new enterprise. Find out where they're weak in those 10, and then mentor them to get them up to speed with time-based, focused mentorship. The rally makers are given that opportunity. These guys are great at mission, vision, and strategy, but they need help with financial planning. Can you show them what that looks like? Take 6 months, 1 day a week, and mentor this organization. These guys are great in financial planning and IT, but they don't understand their mission all the way. Would you help them craft their mission over the next 3 months, 1 day a week? The rally makers are going to get that opportunity to help start the next social enterprises that originate out of Central Florida and serve the world. I'm excited to see what happens as the rally makers form, and it's just one more way that Downtown Credo is trying to create a network of people in Orlando who have decided that it's better to think about who you're becoming than what you have. We have this just deep-seated conviction that our quality of life is more tied to who we're becoming than what we have. And if we can, in the large and small decisions of our lives, front that issue, who am I becoming? And let that guide our decision making, we'll find that we like our lives better. Downtown Credo wants to be a force for that in the city, and the Rally Makers is one way to do that. There's some pamphlets in the back that explain a little half page if you want to take that and check it out. And I'd love to talk to you for the next 3 or 4 weeks. We're accepting a few more Rally Makers, and then we're going to go with our first team. But we're glad that you're here tonight, and we hope that you were encouraged. Thanks.